Okay, so hello everyone, I'm Rafael from Unbox Project, and today we're going to see a Java Challenger about syntax. So let's analyze some of the details of the Java syntax. Okay, so this is the Java Challenger of the syntax, and we have firstly the native method, and then we have the variable being declared with underline, and we have the float variable being declared initially with the $sign, and here we have variables being declared with the class name. That's really strange. And here we are using also letters when declaring the type of the variable value. And here we are doing the same. We are using f here into the number, and here we are declaring the variable with underline as well, and we are using the for with system out print ln, and then we are just printing here another information inside the for looping. So yeah, gonna ask you what line is not going to compile, and then yeah, feel free to reach out with the answer when you're ready. Okay, so let's run this challenger. Ta-da-da-da. Okay, everyone is wrong. Oh, I tricked you on that one, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, actually, it will compile, and the only thing that's gonna happen here is that we're gonna have infinite for looping, and we're gonna print things here forever. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you an explanation about the rules of Java about declaring variable name. So it's fine. We start with an underline, can do that, and we can also follow the variable name by numbers. There's no problem at all with that. We also can start a variable with the $sign, and we can have numbers following that. Yeah, so we can have a $sign in the beginning, in the middle, anywhere in the variable name. And another thing that we can do here is to put letters on the variable's value. So this is to explicitly say that this number is a double. So we can either use D in camel case, or we can use D in capital case. It's more recommended to use in capital case because it's more clear that it's a D and it's a double. So if we use the number like that, the JVM will convert this number to double automatically. It won't be float. So if you want this number to be float, you put F like that. And again, it's better to use capital case F than lowercase f. Okay, so we can use those letters for the variable's value. And we can also have the variable name here as the class name. There's no problem about that. We can use string, we can use double, we can use float, we can use any class name. It's fine. And if we don't want to put .0, it's fine to just leave it like 9 dot. It will be 9.0 in the end. There is one other interesting thing that we can use underline to separate the numbers and make them more clear. So yeah, as you can see here, if we want to, for example, separate numbers like that to just say that it's 10,000, we can do that since Java 7. And yeah, it comes in handy because you can make more clear of what number it is. And here on the for looping, we can do that actually. So let's just see here the for looping in details. So in the first part, we declare one or two variables. So we can start with 0. We can declare another variable here and start with 0. Here's the condition. So you can ask anything here if I is greater than 0 or whatever you want. And in the last one would be the instruction to increase the variables for the for looping. But we can also use the system out print ln into this command from the for looping. And yeah, we can run here and I can show you. So yeah, here when we declare the variables on the for looping, we can't put int again here. We just put it once here. And then we can declare as many variables as we want. So we can put, for example, k equals to 0. And yeah, so the for looping is very sophisticated. and we can do many things. So we have to keep in mind that here in the first part of the for looping, we declare a variable. In the second part of the for looping, we have a condition. And in the third part, it's where we increase the variable value. Yeah, so it's very powerful. So we can do many things with the for looping. And yeah, that's pretty much it of this challenger. Do you have any questions about it?
Yes, Rafa, I have a question. You basically, your first line of the class has native void execute. What is the purpose of having that particular line over there? Is it just to trick us, or does it play a kind of an important role in this whole program?
That's a good question, Farha. I used a native method because it's something that we don't see very often in a Java project. So I opted to put native method just to show you that it's a feature that is available in Java. So a native method is basically a method that will be built in the C programming language. And you're going to see many native methods inside the JDK because native methods are usually built for performance. So for example, I believe there are some methods on the string class. Yeah, so we have some methods in the string class that are native. And as you can see here, it's the intern method. So the intern method is responsible for putting strings in the string pool. So that has to be it has to be a high performance. So as you can see here, it's a native method and it's probably built in the C language because we can have higher performance with that. So when we have something that is really low level with Java, we use a native method, okay? So it's important to know what is that because we might need it if we want to build something with a really high performance, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, any further questions?
I'm good. Very nice. I didn't remember a lot of the.
Yeah. At first, I thought it might be for Java 12 because I think you're using JDK 12 compiler to compile the programs. Yeah. But then I remembered that you can have an underscore and a dollar before the variable name. I wasn't sure about the string, double, and float. That's something which I remember now.
Okay. Okay, then guys, so that was the challenger of today, and I'm just gonna stop sharing my screen. Okay, so that was the challenge of today. It was about syntax. So as you can see, Java can have really weird syntax sometimes. It's not good for us to use those kind of syntax, and we should use the convention of Java instead. But it's good to know as well what are the possibilities for declaring a variable name and numbers and what you can do in the for looping. We can declare, as you saw, many variables into the for looping. You saw how powerful it is. So it's good because you don't know the algorithm that you have to solve in the future. It might be that you're gonna need to use some tools of the programming language, and that's gonna help you for sure. Okay, so that's it. If you want to know more, you go to nobugsproject.com and there's a section there called Java Dev Gym. Get subscribed because on that way you're going to be helping me out to create better content. See you next time.